Yo, GamePro here, and this is Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Time to get rid of most of the mask I own. If I didn't mention this before, you do say the Deku Goron and Zora mask, you know, the ones that have you transform anytime. But the rest, if you want that final mask, that you can keep if you get all 20 hearts, has to leave. I'm not gonna spoil anything else just yet, though. So I'm trying to speak to these children in order. Speaking to one with the goat mask. Now we need to give that child, well, 4 masks eventually, but in order to get to the other area, need to give him 2 masks at first. No need for counting. We're searching from right off the bat, and a heart piece while at it. As you may have guessed, Goron mask is required for this. And in order to get the heart piece especially, you need to be damn good at rolling with the Goron mask. You need to have next to perfect accuracy. As you can see, bump into some treasure chests, go over bits of slopes. If you fall off, you have to start over, as you may have guessed. I didn't bother with the gossip stones. And of course, you need to be sure you get to the speed so you can be in spike form. Like that one move Sonic had in the canceled game Sonic Extreme. And speaking of which, there's a new Sonic game unveiled called Sonic Lost World. It is like a mix between that canceled Sonic Extreme game and Super Mario Galaxy. Looking pretty good. Takashi Iizuka, I guess what his name's called, denies that Sonic Extreme was an inspiration. But if you compare gameplay videos, you might not buy it, and I do not either. Although I will be picking up that game. Out of all the canceled games there are, Sonic Extreme is probably the one I would want to play the most. It did look pretty fun with some awesome music. But cancel game aside, I actually completed this on my first try. Good for me. Build up the speed. And once again, good thing you can refill your magic. So the game's generous enough in at least that aspect. With those, you warp back to the entrance, just like fall into the pit without taking any damage. Pretty much the only difference. But to get to the child is actually easier. This time you only have to roll for like half of it, and then you close to half it, then it's kind of easy to get to him. Just one last ramp. Very good. Now to say goodbye to two of our masks. Yes, I found you. Now shut up and take these. Now the next area we're going to head to was actually where I was worried about the most. Not my health, not my magic, but this next area that I'm about to head to. If I didn't mention this before, you can actually speak to one with the wearing the Majora's mask and pretty much get to the final boss from here. Yeah, that's the right one. Surprisingly, for something a large mask trying to crush a town. Yeah, take those two. You're not gonna really use those for our final battle anyway. Maybe the bunny hood, but that's pretty much it. Can't like turn to a giant or anything like that last boss. Alright, in this area that I was most worried about, there are 6 exits to take. And one of the exits leads to a heart piece. One of the areas leads to one of those leads to another child that and the 4 other areas just gives you another opportunity to find one of the 2 areas, basically giving you another chance. But it's not what I was worried about is if you take the path where the child is, you'll be forced to give 3 more masks to him and leave this area, aka miss the opportunity to get a heart piece. So if you meet up with that child, you have to start all over. This area is the easiest to get to the child, but the others at least gives you a chance to you don't end up forced and have to give masks to that child, but in this one you have to, otherwise you'll be stuck there. You don't get another chance to get that heart piece once you meet up with that child. But since I did get that heart piece, all is good. The worst of my worries are over. Hurrah. In order to get that heart piece, you need to take the exit from the second from the left, and to meet up with a child, take the exit, the third exit from the left. So they're right next to each other. You could accidentally go this way instead of to the left. That's why I was worried. Seems foolish to get rid of the bunny hood, but with the final boss, I'm gonna have to give almost every mask anyway, and the bunny hood is no exception. I will get that certain mask that I'm trying to build up to. Now for the final kid that doesn't lead to the final boss. This one may take away some of your hearts. Trying to speak to you. Well, I had a lot more before. This one's the greediest, asking for 4 masks each time you meet him. Nice enough, I guess. Ready or not, here I come. I guess. Basically, you need to go through a few rooms with puzzles or enemies you have to deal with. Will I need any of the bottles? We shall see. Being an awesome sword it is too bad you don't get to make more use of the Great Fairy Sword than you have to. That's pretty badass, isn't it? I don't care enough about the Gossip Stone. I don't even remember if I gave that away or yet. Not gonna lie, this is post-commentary, and I will say this one, for some reason, gave me the most trouble. These enemies, whatever they're called, Gars or something. I faced one of these before, so I probably shouldn't have to explain them. For this one, the shield will be very helpful, so you might have to hold back on the Great Fairy Sword for this one enemy. It only leaves so many openings. You gotta have good timing. I just keep getting wailed on. Not a good performance at all. Seems like when it tries to drop down on you is the best time to use either sword. Gotta be sure when to attack. And that seems to be the best way to do it, although probably not the quickest. Definitely not a good performance, and I forgot that kind of goes terrorist on you at the last second. What could be inside? There are no keys or dungeon maps or anything. And now for Iron Knuckles, they should have given me the most trouble, but they didn't. I mean, they do a lot of damage, but I say that, and while they do a lot of damage, it's not too hard to figure out the pattern. Great Fairy Sword is definitely your best friend here. Use a Great Fairy Sword, jump attack, and then backflip seems to be the best way to do it. So you can dispose of it quickly and maybe not taking any damage either. Got some bomb chews. If you end up wasting them all for some failing on some upcoming puzzle, then I guess you're screwed and can't get this final heart piece and that final mask. That I'm implying is something awesome, which it is, but you can only use it for the final boss, and if you get 20 hearts, you'll be able to use it against the other bosses as well, but nowhere else. Get a good sense of timing. Got that tie. So now a ladder appears, and I think there'll be one more puzzle room, and then we can say that we got all 20 heart pieces. Actually, we get heart piece now. But the child is after that, the next room. Or is it this room? Why do I even speak? But yeah, I can't tell you how satisfied I am with getting all 20 heart pieces after owning this game for like 11, close to 12 years. 11 and a half years or so. Now I gotta do the same for Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword. Truth be told, I haven't actually completed Skyward Sword yet, because the Wii I had got stolen and have to start over. And if by chance I do get that old Wii back, the progress I may have made on the new Wii will go to waste. Yeah. Now get rid of the last of these non-transforming masks outside some boss battle. Yeah, just take them. Go and steal my largest quiver and bomb bag while at it. Yeah. Joking aside, we'll get that mask in the next part when we meet up with the final kid. This is Game Bro. See you all in the next video.